Hey folks, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. Happy New Year everybody. First video of 2025. So you join us on a little morning walk in the middle of the woods. So there's a reason why we brought the camera with us today. We'd like to show you something which is basically on our doorstep and not a lot of people know about. So for those who aren't aware, here in Bristol there is actually an abandoned dual carriageway section just here in the middle of the woods. So today we thought we would take a walk up here and just sort of show you, this sort of really odd bit of road that's kind of just been left abandoned. So if you're local to the area you'll know, but if you're not, this road is actually called the Road to Nowhere. So yeah, come join us on our little walk and I'm going to show you the road to nowhere. Definitely a bit soggy here. It should be. I'll just walk through this little huge puddle. So yeah, we've just come through this little opening here down at the bottom. Obviously you see a lot of, this is all like gravel and stone and everything like that. I'm going to take you up here, just up on the horizon, and here it is, the road to nowhere. Alright guys, so this is the Road to Nowhere. This is a 400-metre abandoned dual carriageway right here in Bristol. So this was built in 1974. This was part of the new link road that was built, obviously when Yate obviously was becoming like a popular destination for new houses and things like that. There's a link road. Obviously the part of the link road obviously still exists. You've got the pit all the way at the other end. And this was part of it. So the reason it was abandoned, they needed a bridge a little bit further up, just over this way, sort of towards the end, which I'll show you in a minute. They needed a bridge to bridge over the railway line. There was problems with planning permission, etc. The price of steel to build this bridge, and the funds run out, basically. So the funds ran out for this road, and it was just left. But yeah, just lack of funding, and it's a shame because obviously, living around this area, this would make life so much easier with traffic and things like that. But yeah, it was just never finished, so we've all got to sit and bear the traffic now. There was plans a few years ago to actually finish it, but it was rejected. It would cause so much disruption because there's a railway line just over here. They'd have to shut the railway line for however long, and it was just not feasible to do. So yeah, the road was left and the link road was never complete. Well, it was sort of 85% complete. Obviously the absence of the bridge is the only reason why this link road was never finished. You've got the link all the way at the top and obviously down the bottom as well. And it's just because that bridge wasn't ever built, or for whatever reason. Well, we know the reason, because obviously lack of funds. It was never completed. So down at the far end, there is a set of gates on both carriageways. There is a reason for this. So the road isn't actually entirely disused. So nowadays it's used for filming purposes, to film, you know, mainly things like crash scenes and things like that. I know some BBC productions like Casualty, for example, have used this, because whenever they have filmings on, sometimes they stage explosions here, and we always get letters in the post saying there'll be an explosion at this time on whatever day it is. Don't be alarmed. It's just somebody filming for a scene for, you know, a TV show or a film or something like that. All right, so this is actually a public footpath, so, you know, anyone can come here. You know, it's mainly used by, you know, like dog walkers and things like that. We see a lot of dog walkers on this route. So I'm going to take you down the end. But it's like I said, you know, I mean, it's even got like the storm drains and everything like that. Like, you know, from obviously when people build dual carriageways and things like that, it's got all the proper drainage. I mean, you've got drainage ditches on the side on both sides. Obviously, they're very overgrown and they're full up with a lot of, you know, a lot of branches and stuff that accumulated over the years. So yeah, obviously we're down here at the end. Now obviously this is the roundabout that obviously would have been the adjoining one. It's a big old roundabout. Like I said, obviously the link road goes all the way up to the top and obviously bypasses Yate altogether. Yeah. It's incredibly eerie, like, it's gonna be quite an eerie place. Like, you know, there's people walking on it at the moment. You know, people, you know, use this for walking their dogs and, you know, riding their bikes and things like that. It's actually part of the footpath network that we have here, and yeah, it feels really odd just to be walking in the middle of a dual carriageway. You know what I mean? But it's still a cool place. During the summer, this is all, you know, a lot of this is overgrown, but in the winter you can see a little bit more. So just have all the curbstones and that are down here that have just been left here, you know. It's crazy. It is really mad to think that this, you know, this bit of road was built 50 years ago. It was unfinished 50 years ago and it's still here. Even walking along it now, I mean, even, you know, okay, granted, it is unmaintained, but I mean, there's maintained roads that are actually in worse condition than this is. Granted, obviously, it doesn't see a lot of road use, but still, it's absolutely bonkers.
I wouldn't like to go down there.
No, but like, it's even got, you know, obviously there's drainage ditches but are on both sides, so, you know, it was all thought out, and, you know, obviously it's been raised, the land was raised obviously for it to happen. Mental to think, you know, what sort of money was spent before they decided to give up. But yeah, even like, you know, like all the drainage has been dug and everything. I mean, a lot of that one's got one missing, but, you know, all the drains have still got the cover, you know, the proper metal covers on and things like that. So that's going to conclude this video. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed checking out a little bit of local motoring history. If you're new here and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps. And if you're an existing subscriber, remember to like the video because it really helps us out. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and we'll catch you all on the next one. Ta-da.